So I'm really proud of the young people of Nigeria taking it really seriously, and obviously.
This call is not just a competition. In fact, it's a movement.
Are you really planning for your future? Are you really planning for it, or you're expecting to be? It is no longer news that the future of every successful nation lies in the hands of its youths. They represent an energetic and innovative workforce capable of driving economic growth and developing solutions to pressing societal challenges. In recognition of this, the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASENI, has taken a bold step to empower young Nigerian innovators through the launch of the InnovateNaija Challenge. Joining me today to shed more light on this important initiative is NASENI's Director of Information, New Media and Protocol, Mr. Shegun Ayoyeniko. Thank you for joining us on the program today, sir.
Thank you, Margaret, for having me.
I also have with me in the studio Mrs. Jennifer Okeke Ojudu. She is the Senior Ecosystem Engagements Manager of AfriLabs. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Mrs. Shegun, the future of every innovation, of Nigeria's innovation, lies with the youths, and NASENI has introduced the Innovate Nigeria Challenge to discover and empower young Nigerians. What prompted this initiative?
Thank you, Margaret. Definitely, NASENI, National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, is an agency of government that builds infrastructure for the country. And if you analyze very well, the best infrastructure a country can have is the human beings. And when you're talking about the future of a nation, you're talking about the youth. You're talking about those whose vision and drive and energy will push the future of the country. So it is one of the mandates of the agency to nurture such potentials that are in human beings. And when you're talking about potentials, you're talking about the youths because of their energy, because of the zeal and the capacity they have. So that is the motivation for going into this. And the EVC CEO himself, Mr. Khalid Suleiman Halilu, as a young man, definitely you can be sure he will defend his constituency anytime, any day. So we are not surprised that he has envisioned clearly, and this is one of the programs that he has lined up to turn around the agency, and he has in his mind the future of the country.
Over to you, Mrs. Jennifer. NASENI wants InnovateNaija to become an African innovation movement, and AfriLab is a reliable partner of the agency. So since the launch, how has the reception been so far since the launch?
Well, I have to say that I'm so impressed with young people. Because usually these things, you have to hear from an influencer first, you have to see it, do a TikTok challenge or something for it to be popular. Granted, we are still going to do all of those things, but just from the launch at GITEX, just from obviously the AfriLabs reach, which reaches over 1 million young entrepreneurs on the continent, we've gotten such fast reactions. In fact, I think the website, luckily we had done so many tests to check if the website will fail, but the website reached capacity within the first 3 days. We haven't, and just from being in the news from the launch, we haven't even done the proper push yet. So I'm really proud of the young people of Nigeria taking it really seriously, and obviously such an amazing opportunity. I mean, the winner gets 100 million naira. How many 50-year-olds have seen 100 million naira? Not to talk about someone in their 20s. So I think it got people really, really excited. I'm really excited about it. And so I do think that the reception has been fabulous.
Oh my God, 100 million naira for the winner of this challenge. And it's, I believe...
And there are other prizes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you mind, running through those prizes that would be won?
There's a 30 million prize for the second position, first runner-up. There's a 20 million prize for the second runner-up, third position. And then for states, I think there's about 2.5 million per state. And we're still looking for state governors to match. to encourage people from their states to apply. So there is quite a lot of money running around,
It does.
Yeah.
It does. So, Mr. Shegun, this challenge is set to become Nigeria's largest showcase of homegrown innovations in science, engineering, and industrial manufacturing, with a total prize of, like she said, 250 million. That's the total prize, right? To be won. How will this promote NASENI's drive for Nigeria's industrialization?
Yeah, you see, this call is not just a competition. In fact, it's a movement. And if you call something a movement, that means all the nuances of, involvement, engagement, mobilization. All right. This program is more or less providing alternatives for young people. Rather than the usual frustration, we don't know how to do it. Yes, I'm brilliant, I have an idea, I know what to do, but you see nobody to support me. This time, NASENI is saying, come on, this is money. Bring your ingenuity to the table, and we'll roll with you. So this is, like I said, it's more than just a competition. It's a movement. The kind of awareness that have been created, young people are excited that for the first time, on a national scale, they are seeing an agency of government that is supporting them so that they can actually scale up their initiatives. So it's not left for you to key into the program and you join the movement.
I love the language.
Yes,
it's a movement.
You join the movement, yes.
Join the movement.
Yeah, thank you.
You had mentioned earlier that there are going to be campaigns. You
Yes.
talked about campaigns and all of that. Can you run us through that?
So we're going to have campaigns. We've got a couple of wonderful influencers who have joined the bandwagon to help promote young people who want to see change as well. We've also got, media partners and the likes that want to push this out. And again, it's only a 2-minute video that you need to submit. So by the time it takes you to do a TikTok challenge, really, and for a TikTok challenge, you even have to learn the dance steps and whatnot. These ones, it's just talking about what you do, talking about your idea, showcasing it. Quick 2-minute elevator pitch, right? My advice to you, if you're going to put together numbers, or say the numbers, like what numbers you're looking at, who your target demographic is, be very clear, right? And really, really showcase your product. You're not just selling your product, you're also selling, a brand or an idea behind it. So please put a lot of passion into it.
InnovateNaija into inspiration for other Nigerians.
Okay. Life itself is storytelling. Everybody has a story to tell. So when you bring a story, to explain a concept, maybe in the middle of your conversation, you bring the story. Everybody will be ready, eager to hear what happened, how did it happen, and what eventually was the outcome of what happened. So storytelling is key in what we're going to be doing. All right. And for every storytelling, there is a message, all right? And when there is a message, there is a lesson, all right? From that lesson point, you want to think, that means I can do this now. If all of a sudden you saw maybe a friend of yours, on TV, being packaged for having done one or two things, you begin to assess yourself, can't I do the same thing? So this is actually the strategy we are using. We roll out messages, but we make sure that those messages has a content that tell a story that will interest you or inspire you to want to be like the person you are watching on TV. So storytelling is the key strategy we are using by making sure that everything that AfriLab has done and NASENI has done, we turn into content.
How will AfriLabs use its African partnerships? I know you said AfriLabs has partnerships in various countries in the world. How would you use these partnerships, to bring in investors, mentors, and technical resource for NASENI's InnovateNaija participants to ensure that they stay grounded in the game? Keyword, grounded in the game.
So again, I'm going to go back to, incubation, acceleration, and then obviously in order to do all of this, let's go to the incubation part. This is just having the idea, mapping it out, seeing how to make it actually a viable solution. You need, experts in the room to have those conversations with you. Moving on to the acceleration point, to accelerate, you do need investors in the room. So given that AfriLab is putting you in these rooms or putting you in these positions to access all of these people within our network, that is how we will be supporting. We will be incubating the ideas to do that. We'll be providing them access through our mentorship guides and business readiness courses and things. And then to accelerate them, we'll be plugging them into investor networks. We'll be plugging them into our network. So that's how we do plan to do this.
Okay. So, sir, in parallel with the challenge, InnovateNaija marks a pre-launch of the NASENI Innovation Hub. Can you speak on this?
Okay, this initiative to have a hub, we actually attribute, give the credit to the Executive Vice Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of the agency, Mr. Khalid Suleiman Halilu. When he came on board, he's a man that had inspired so many good things, that had come to NASENI. And one of them is this particular hub where we are. The idea of a hub is where you bring everything that matters, everything that will make something to work together. The mentorship that is required for you can see whenever AfriLab, one of the things that AfriLab is domicile here. This is where you work with us physically.
With your team.
With your team.
The hub is powered by
us. Powered. Of course, the hub is powered by AfriLab. So the hub is actually to help to bring everything that will make this program to work together. Okay.
Any words?
I'm actually hoping that more government agencies do this. We have this conversation all the time. Every time we walk into a government agency, we do ask them, do you have a hub? Have you thought about it? But this is just making sure that whatever, because AfriLab is sector agnostic, which means we work with every single sector, we are not, just looking at innovation spaces. We've made a couple of pitches to different agencies that have to interact with young people. Right? You can't be talking about climate change, climate action, and you do not have a hub, for example. You can't be talking about alternative funds like an agriculture agency or government ministry, and you do not have an innovation hub for that. Like you said, that is why young people are leaving. We need to have clear opportunities for growth, and the easiest way to do that in the world of today is through technology and innovation. And every single facet of human life today is affected by technology and innovation.
It's true.
So if you are not innovating, you are not creating opportunities for young people to innovate within your ministry, within your agency, within your field, are you really planning for the future? Or are you hoping to be a dinosaur at some point?
That's a very big question she just asked. Are you really planning for your future? Are you really planning for it? Okay, it's really an insightful conversation with two, I would say, ancestors when it comes to these games. You just made the conversation very insightful, very enlightening, and I've learned a lot from just speaking to the both of you. It's nice to have you in the studio, and we hope that you run an open door policy. You would always, oblige us when we call to educate Nigerians more on the need for them to stay grounded and, follow the InnovateNaija challenge. Thank you very much for being part of the show, our dear audience, and, stay with us as we explore the impact of InnovateNaija, a platform that is not only discovering young talents, but also equipping them to lead Nigeria into a more technologically advanced and self-reliant future. For more information about this challenge and of course other initiatives by the agency, you can visit us on www.naseni.gov.ng. I still remain Margaret Oboimaji. Thank you and bye.